Another American community left reeling, working to make sense of yet another instance of deadly gun violence. This time, 8 people shot and killed at a FedEx facility overnight in Indianapolis. And as that investigation expands tonight, we are learning more about the gunman who police say took his own life. The suspected shooter identified as Brandon Scott Hole. The FBI confirmed today that agents interviewed him last year after his mother contacted police to express concerns her son may commit suicide by cop. Investigators say they found no evidence of a crime, and in an exclusive interview, the suspect's family told NewsNation he struggled with mental illness. That relative asked to remain off camera, so you'll hear her, but you will not see her.
Brandon was isolated. We lost our father in 2004 due to suicide. We do have a lot of mental illness in our family, and he never got the help that he needed.
Seven mass shootings in America so far in 2021. One of the first came exactly 1 month ago today in Georgia, where a 21-year-old gunman killed 8 people at 3 Atlanta area spas. The majority of the victims were women of Asian descent. Well, not even a week later, a gunman killed 10 people, including a police officer, at a grocery store in Boulder, Colorado. 9 days after that, a 9-year-old boy being cradled in his mother's arms as he lay dying among the 4 people shot and killed at an office building in Orange, California. And then a week after that, former NFL player Philip Adams shot and killed 6 people, including 2 children under the age of 10. And tragically, yet another mass shooting late last night at a FedEx facility in Indianapolis. 8 people killed in this most recent gun violence. And NewsNation's Adrian Robbins joins us live from Indianapolis with what we know about the gunman and an update on the effort to identify all the victims.
By the time police arrived to this FedEx ground facility late Thursday night, the gunshots had ended. But the grief of losing 8 innocent lives had really just begun.
Last night was a devastating blow, and its impact will be felt by our community for days and weeks to come.
My heart is broken over the lives that were lost.
For now, police believe the gunman, identified as 19-year-old Brandon Scott Hole, targeted his victims arbitrarily before killing himself.
He got out of his car and pretty quickly started some random shooting outside the facility. There was no confrontation with anyone that was there. There was no disturbance. There was no argument. He just appeared to randomly start shooting.
While we mourn the devastating loss of their lives, we are dedicated to honoring their memory through a meticulous investigation.
The FBI is assisting by interviewing witnesses and searching the suspect's home. But so far, one key question remains unanswered.
Many of you have already asked what the motive of this shooting was, and with less than 12 hours since the shooting, it would be premature to speculate on that motivation.
Regardless of the motive, Indy's mayor says those facts won't heal the wounds caused by this senseless crime.
Although we will learn more about this case in the coming days and in the coming weeks, no piece of information will restore the lives that were taken or the peace that was shattered.
That was NewsNation's Adrian Robbins reporting. Now, President Biden addressed recent mass shootings across the nation, calling on Congress to enact gun reforms now.
Every single day, there's a mass shooting in the United States if you count all those who were killed out on the streets of our cities and our rural areas. It's a national embarrassment and must come to an end.
Well, the president called on the Senate to consider 2 gun reform bills that already passed in the House. It's not clear if enough Republicans will sign on to that legislation.